And hello, my angelites. This is Angel Terri here with some more Dragon Age Origins. So when we last left off, we had finished with the daily shelves and the werewolves, dealt with them. We got the Keeper to end the curse that was on the werewolves, but sadly it cost him his life, but also the life of what was her name? White Fang or whatever it was. Anyway, so we got then the humans that were turned into werewolves all this hundreds of years ago, turned back into humans, ran off, and then we got the daily shelves behind us. Excellent. So back here at camp, and off camera, I had gone through quite a number of my stuff. I had leveled our other guys, you know, Zevran and all that, and I had bought as much potion making items, poison making items, made stuff as much as I can, because we really need those. Because right now the problem is not that. What was I looking at? Also, I apologize if I sound a little bit odd from last time. I had 2 teeth pulled yesterday. They were really bad molars, so excuse me, I had to get used to kind of talking again. Yeah, I don't see, the thing is I want to do the one thing for Morrigan, but I don't have enough enough warmth balms. So I thought maybe this episode we'll talk to some of our companions and see what goes on. So first, before we do anything, we're on number 67. And see if anybody has anything new to say.
Here, look at this. Do you know what this is?
Oh. I don't know what it is. Your new weapon of choice?
Yes, that's right. Watch as I thrash our enemies with the mighty power of floral arrangements. Feel my thorns, darkspawn. Ah! I will overpower you with my rosy scent.
That's
or,
right.
you know, it could just be a rose. I know that's pretty dull in comparison.
Sentiment can be a pretty potent weapon.
Is it that easy to see right through me? Huh. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I picked it in Lothering. I remember thinking, how could something so beautiful exist in a place with so much despair and ugliness? I probably should have left it alone, but I couldn't. The Darkspawn would come and their taint would just destroy it. So I've had it ever since.
Oh, that's a nice sentiment.
I thought that I might give it to you, actually. In a lot of ways, I think the same thing when I look at you.
Feeling a little thorny, are we?
Oh, wow. She'll never see through that, I told myself. Boy, was I wrong.
Aw, well, thank you, Allister. That's a lovely thought.
I'm glad you like it. I was just thinking, here I am doing all this complaining.
Oh, God.
And you haven't exactly been having a good time of it yourself. You've had none of the good experience of being a Grey Warden since your joining. Not a word of thanks or congratulations. It's all been death and fighting and tragedy. I thought maybe I could say something. Tell you what a rare and wonderful thing you are to find amidst all this darkness.
That's sweet. But yeah, Allister does kind of complain a lot. Well, Allister, I feel the same way about you.
I'm glad you like it. Now, if we could move right on past this awkward, embarrassing stage and get right to the steamy bits, I'd appreciate it.
Sounds good. Off with the armor, then.
Ha ha. Bluff called. Damn, she saw right through me.
Yeah, you're so cute when you're bashful.
I'll be standing over here. until the blushing stops. Just to be, safe. You know how it is.
Oh my god, Allister, you're such a goof. So what did he give me? You could have, you know, game, you could have just went right to the damn item. Where is it? We'll never know. Is it in here? Plot items? Nope. Oh, here it is. Allister's rose. A beautiful rose with velvety petals of deep red. This was a gift from Allister. Oh, how sweet. My nose is itchy. Because remember, it is good once in a while to take a chill in between fighting and talk to your members.
Yes?
I have some questions. Let's see if there's anything. Okay. Why did you keep your birthright a secret?
You never asked?
That's a cheap answer.
All right. If you want the full explanation, I'll give it to you. The thing is, I'm used to not telling anyone who didn't already know. It was always a secret. Even Duncan was the only Grey Warden who knew. And then after the battle, when I should have told you, I don't know, it seemed like it was too late by then. How do you just tell someone that?
Well, that is true. I mean, it's just like, oh yeah, you know, by the way, it's like, yeah, how about, by the way, I'm the heir to the throne. Well, you know what? I guess I can understand that.
I should have told you, anyway. It was important for you to know. I guess part of me liked you not knowing.
Why? What happens when people find out?
They treat me differently.
Oh.
I become the bastard prince to them, instead of just Allister. I know that must sound stupid to you, but I hate that it shaped my entire life.
That doesn't sound
I never wanted it, and I certainly don't want to be king. The very idea of it terrifies me.
Okay. When it, I don't know if I had explained this before, but the one way that you can get Allister to be king is after he meets his sister Goldana. You kind of tell him, like, you know, everybody's out for themselves. And then I think you go and have a, I don't know how nicely to put this. You go to Isabella that's in this one, in the one place that we met, the pirate chick that was fighting or something, and you technically have a three-way with her. I guess the nicest thing to say. Because what that does is it kind of steals, quote-unquote, steals Allister, like makes him stronger, both in mind and body, that like, yo, I could be king. Because, I mean, I understand with him. He didn't ask to be who he is, and he's comfortable with who he is now. So that's why he keeps who he truly is hidden. Now that doesn't sound stupid at all. I mean, come on, my girl comes for royalty, and she never really wanted to become, you know, queen or anything. So she just wanted to live her life doing their stuff. I mean, she was nobility and she did her own ways, but she had two older brothers who were a pain in the asses.
For all the good it does me, my blood seems certain to haunt me no matter what I do. And now Arleman plans to put me forward as the heir. It never ends, does it? For what it's worth, I'm sorry for not telling you sooner. I guess I was just hoping that you would like me for who I am. It was a dumb thing to do.
I kind of understand that as well, because of certain things that I have. I've had problems where people know me one way, but when we start to, you know, talk a little bit more of, you know, like what I have and things like that, and then they seem to change, like how they act towards me, and that always upset me. It's like, you know, that doesn't make me who I am if I have this or that. You know, me makes me who I am, my actions and my words and things like that. Well, apology accepted, Allister.
I guess it's kind of a relief that you know now. Let's go.
That's very important to find out, in my opinion.
Yes?
Okay.
Of course.
What changes about you after the joining?
You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden?
Well, yeah, I mean, you've been a Grey Warden longer than I have.
You know, I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, "You'll see."
Yeah, just try that line on me, buddy.
I have other lines for you. Trust me.
Oh, God.
Oh, it's not that Duncan wants to keep it a secret. It's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it much. I gather it's not a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears.
That's funny. Well, I haven't felt anything like that.
Really? Because I was watching you wolf down food the other day, and I thought, ooh, it's a good thing she gets a lot of exercise.
Oh. Oh, my gosh. Well, what can I say? I'm a growing girl, even though I don't get any taller than this.
I'll say. I didn't mean it like that. No, don't hit me. I bruise easily. Oh, and then there were the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you?
Well, I've had some strange dreams.
Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life.
Wow.
They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain age, the real nightmares come. That's how a Grey Warden knows his time has come.
What? What the heck are you talking about?
Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live, give or take.
Wow.
The taint. It's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition.
Okay, so essentially, after about 30 years with all the nightmares and the changes, the Grey Warden's body literally just shuts down. You know, like, you know, that slow death where everything just, you know, stops working. So, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar. We haven't been there yet, but under Orzammar is a bunch of cavern. Well, actually, we kind of were. Where they put Naravia when she was sentenced to die in those caverns down below with all the Darkspawn. That's where Grey Wardens would go. And they would fight there. Because, you know, a lot of people believe it'd be better to, you know, fight going out and, die going out in a blaze of glory than to just lay in bed. Okay. Wow, how cheery.
And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. And there you have it.
Well, I honestly never wondered that, but I understand.
You know, Duncan, he started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. He said it wouldn't be long before he'd go to Orzammar himself.
Oh, really?
I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him.
He will be remembered, Allister, as will the others. If anybody says number 2, he got what he deserved, somebody, I'm going to punch you, because that's just terrible.
I know. Ending the blight should make this all worthwhile, right?
Yeah. So, no, I can understand why they're just like, you know, if somebody's chosen to be a Grey Warden, they don't tell them exactly what's going to happen, because that sucks.
Yes? Of course.
What other questions? What was it like to be a Grey Warden with all the others?
I didn't know them for very long. But I guess it was longer than you. You never met them all, did you? They were quite a group. Actually, they felt like an extended family since we were all cut off from our former lives. We also laughed more than you'd think. There was this one time... Well, you probably don't want to hear stories about men you didn't know.
No, I'd like to hear them. I love hearing stories. I really do, even in real life.
There was one Grey Warden who came all the way from the Anderfels. What was his name? Gregor... He was a burly man with the biggest, fuzziest beard you've ever seen. And the man could drink. He drank all the time, but he never got drunk. Finally, we all made a pool to see just how many pints it would take to put him under the table.
Wow. Wow, sounds like you had a lot of fun.
Sometimes. We were kin of a sort. All of us had gone through the joining, so we knew... Well, anyhow. It doesn't have to be deadly serious all the time. Anyhow, we never did find out. He said he'd drink a pint for every half pint that the rest of us drank. He was still going by the time the rest of us were passed out.
Damn.
I'm told that Duncan walked in later on and saw us all passed out from one end of the hall to the other, and Gregor still drinking. Duncan laughed until he nearly...
I'm sorry, this must be hard for you.
Yes, I suppose so. I thought I was done with this, but it just struck me that I have nothing to remember Duncan by. Nothing at all. There's no body, not even a token of his that I could take with me. That must sound really stupid to you.
Not really. I mean, I know what that's like after my mom died. I mean, I have, you know, pictures of her and other things like that. Because I could imagine, like, back in the day, you know, before they had pictures and a lot of stuff that was used, because I guess they didn't really, like, relate it to someone. I don't think it sounds stupid at all.
I just would have liked something of his to take with me, that's all. Well, there's no use in moaning about it, is there? He's gone. Let's just go.
Oh, and if anybody ever tells you that if somebody that you know or love passes, and that even years later you still mourn them and they tell you to get over it, give them the middle finger. That's all I have to say. There is no time limit on how long you should mourn. Never gets easier.
I'm wondering something. I'd like to know your thoughts about some of our traveling companions. Do you mind if I ask?
Oh, I should... Okay. No, I didn't know when exactly this comes because this is really cute. I usually get all this before I get, like, Ogrim or whatever. It's okay. Alright, go ahead. I don't mind.
Zevran, the elf. You can't trust him, can you? Do you believe his so-called vow?
Actually, I do.
Really? Why? That's a lot of trust to put in someone who tried to kill you.
Well, if he tries anything, then he'll die.
Well, at least you're considering the possibility. He just seems shifty to me.
Fair enough.
What about Sten? The way he looks at me with those eyes. Creepy. And he's so quiet for someone so big.
You know what? I respect him.
The more I talk to him, the more reasonable he does seem. His philosophy is so strange. But it doesn't sound at all as vile as the Chantry describes it. And yet, he killed all those people. He doesn't even deny it. Doesn't that bother you?
Well, he seems to regret what he did.
I'm not so sure that his regret means the same as it would for us. The Kunari sense of honor is a bit hard to grasp. For me, anyway.
Fair enough.
What about Liliana? Is she crazy? Or do you really believe in her vision?
Well... well, I believe... excuse me. I believe that she believes in her vision.
That's one way to put it. I don't know what to make of her. If you look at her when she doesn't see you, she just looks so sad. I almost feel guilty taking her away from her life.
Well, it was her choice.
Yes, I know. Still, I feel badly for her. Morrigan, do you trust her? Think about it. Maybe Flemeth sent her with us for some other reason than she said.
You really don't like each other, do you?
Well, aside from the fact that she's a complete and utter bitch, no, I don't like her at all. Why, do you?
Well, and honestly, I don't have to like her, but she's useful.
That's the most sensible thing I've heard out of you yet. Just remember that she's dangerous too, and evil, and mean. Enough. I think my curiosity is sated. Let's get back to it, shall we?
I mean, I don't think Morrigan is evil per se, but something about her just always rubs me the wrong way. I just don't... Maybe it's just her way that she was written or her personality. I don't know. All right, guys, I will be back in 1 minute. I have to deal with something, and then we will continue. Okay, so let's see if Allister...
So, all this time we've spent together, you know, the tragedy, the brushes with death, the constant battles with the whole blight looming over us. Will you miss it once it's over?
What, miss the constant battles or miss you?
I know it might sound strange, considering we haven't known each other for very long, but I've come to care for you a great deal.
Oh.
I think maybe it's because we've gone through so much together. I don't know. Or maybe I'm imagining it. Maybe I'm fooling myself. Am I? Fooling myself? Or do you think you might ever feel the same way about me?
Okay, now this is an actual important part when it comes to romancing Allister. You can be a jackass and say, you know, lead him on and say no. Well, I think I already do.
So I fooled you, did
Woo,
I?
first kiss! Which is funny because my girl's a dwarf and then they raised her up. I'm standing on a step stool.
That wasn't too soon, was it?
I don't know, man. I mean, need more testing to be sure.
Well, I'll have to arrange that then, won't I? Maker's breath, but you're beautiful.
I'm a dwarf.
I am a lucky man. Now, let's get back to what we were up to before, lest I forget why we're here.
So now, anytime that you are in, I don't know if it's just in camp or in a safe place or something. When you talk to Allister, you can ask for a kiss, as cute as that is. I think that's as far as I'll get with that today. Where is... No, not that. No, not that. Here it is. Inspiring leadership, this party member has gained a major bonus to Constitution. So now he's got another... How is he? Oh my gosh, he's practically all the way up. Wow. Okay. I know I haven't really started talking with Zevran, but I want to kind of get Ogrim before we continue on anymore. So why don't we... Alright.
Yes.
Yes.
Where are you, Word?
Yes.
Boop. Okay. Because there's like other places we can go here too. Banloran's Lands, Soldier's Pass. But I want to go... Where is it? Is this it? Frostback Mountains? Yep. There's a lot of stuff to do in here when they dealt with like DLC and extra things. But don't worry, we'll get to it. I just have to be careful at certain points. I may have to start to talk to Zevran more so I don't have the little turd monkey stab me in the back. Okay. So here we are in the Frostback Mountains. We had come here briefly to find information about Sten's sword, but we didn't really go that far. Anything over here? Oh no, just another way around. Yeah, you just keep casting that heroic offense. Do you sell stuff?
Oh, you wish to talk to me? Truly, it's a courtesy for one so well-armed to notice a lowly merchant.
Did you lose your caste when you left Orzammar?
It's not your business. But like my father, I was born on the surface. We never had a caste to leave. The Assembly says we've turned our back on the stone, but they still use the goods we bring. Hypocrites. Maybe it'll change by the time my children are grown.
How often do you restock in Orzammar?
Twice a year. I'm confined to a trade stall in the commons, but I see enough. It's very closed in. My grandfather says I've lost my stone sense. I was born topside. I don't remember having it.
Okay.
Best of luck to you.
Not all these people we can trade with, I don't think.
You hear about those hunters from Oswin? The Regent strung them up like foxes.
He didn't.
He did, and he's proud of it too. Says that the other Banorn are gonna get the same.
I can't believe that. That's not right.
I don't know what they're talking about. I don't think we need to...
I've told you what I can, I swear to you.
Oh, see your wares.
Oh, certainly.
Do you have anything I can buy? Oh, get that. Yeah, let's get that. Yup, let's get that. I try to buy out all this stuff if I come across it. No. Glamour charms are only used in traps. So, if you don't do trap making, don't worry about buying them. Same way with metallic shards, I believe. I think a lot of this stuff is pretty crap. Oh, you know what? I'm going to buy these bolts and these arrows. Okay. I think I sold a lot of this stuff to that guy. Lols. Alright, let's see what's up.
You insult all of
What the
Pharrell.
hell?
King Logain will not...
The fuck?
Vieta! This land is held in trust for the sovereign dwarven kings. I cannot allow entry at this time.
King Logain demands the allegiance of the Desher, or lords, or whatever you call them in your assembly. I am his appointed messenger.
I don't care if you're the king's wiper. Orzammar will have none but its own until our throne is settled.
Settled? Is this about my father?
You're the exile. Aye. Despite your brother Balin's best efforts, sorrow finished what your kinslaying started. Your father is dead.
Kinslayer? Oh, you're not getting in.
Call me that again and we'll see more slayings.
Threatening a sovereign guardsman only shows how far from House Idukan you've fallen.
Bite me. How did my father die?
Losing a son to murder and a daughter to exile. Who can blame him for seeking peace among the ancestors? The Assembly has gone through a dozen votes without agreeing on a successor. If it is not settled soon, we risk a civil war.
Well, I am a Grey Warden. This treaty obliges Orzammar to aid me.
The Wardens killed King Cailan and nearly doomed Ferelden. They're sworn enemies of King Logain.
Well, that is the royal seal.
That means only the Assembly is authorized to address it. Grey Warden, you may pass.
What? She's a traitor and a kinslayer. You said it yourself. In the name of King Loghain, I demand that you execute this stain on the honor of Ferelden.
Get out of my face. Run to your false king. The dwarves will not hear him today.
You'll hear of this. King Loghain will see you quartered.
All right, just casually walk off. That's fine.
You are free to enter Orzammar, Grey Warden. Though I don't know what help you will find.
Well, help or not, gotta do this. Oh, right. So that is where we're going to end today. Inside the gates of the city of Orzammar. With wind casting heroic offense. Alright guys, so this is Angel Terri. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all later. Bye-bye.